We are the music makers, and we are the dreamers of dreams.
We love the same music, believe it or not. Beautiful love songs, we love classic melodies.
It seemed to me that I was hearing a voice of God.
In terms of lyrical craftsmanship, sheer songwriting, this album hits a new peak of professionalism.
These stories are beautiful.
You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view.
Let me tell you what like a virgin said.
Fuck you, man. If you don't like my fucking music, get your own fucking cab.
Entire song. It's a metaphor for big dicks.
Did you know that Whitney Houston's debut LP had 4 #1 singles on it?
Do you know that you're insane?
You can have 100 people in the room that are watching you and 99 don't believe in you and 1 does.
We all go a little mad sometimes.
You know, the message is only there for the people who are meant to find it.
Go like adventures, you gotta meet people, and all this. It's sort of like an adventure, big adventure. It's fun.
Mr. Brian Terada, how are we doing this evening?
I'm great, Andy. How are you, buddy?
I'm good. It's a little like rainy and cold, which I don't know if it's making the quarantine better or worse.
I know. It's hard to tell. It's a little bit like, oh, it's easier to stay inside now, but also it's making me sadder.
Yeah, it's not good. And like the other day we had like such a nice weekend here in Los Angeles. It was super sunny and I woke up, it was bright and beautiful outside. I'm like, yes, I'm gonna go for a run.
Seize the day.
Like, I'm not gonna go near anybody, but I need to go for a run for my mental health. And we made it. It was beautiful. It was fine, and there was no one around.
How far? How far did you run?
I don't know. I didn't keep track of the distance. I just run until I'm like my heart is gonna like I start choking or like dying or whatever.
Are you sprinting or are you going on long distance runs?
No, I just run a little bit, and then I was like, okay, I'm done. Like I feel good.
Yeah.
Like this felt good.
You gotta move.
Yeah, it's
so important for people to move.
Well, I mean, everybody's different, but these are tough times we're going through. But I don't want people to lose track of mental health too. Like mental health is like just as important as physical health because it affects your mental health.
Oh, they affect each other completely.
Yeah, like if you're depressed and like whatever, like that worsens your immune system.
Oh yeah. And if you're depressed, if you're anxious, your immune system is weakened. If you're not working out, if you're not like raising your body temperature and plunging your body temperature, like spraying yourself with cold water in the shower. It's another good thing for your immune system.
Do you take cold showers?
Oh yeah. I mean, not the whole thing. I'm not a maniac. But okay. I'll be taking a hot shower and then I'll just blast myself with cold water for I can usually only take 15 seconds.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And my neighbor's waving at me.
They're like, what is he doing in there with his microphone and headphones? Who's he talking to?
Yeah, they're like, oh, this crazy person. Yeah. No, but yeah, I'm just trying to stay up on all the good things for your immune system because that's like the only way you can protect yourself. I mean, not the only way, but like your last line of defense.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you got to stay healthy. You got to stay fit and stuff. That's really important. But you have some exciting news. You just released your first single called I Don't Need That Shit.
Shit, that beep. Yes. It's out. It's in the world, Andy, and you heard it.
I know. I actually really, really like it. It's a vibe.
Did you like it? I feel like, I didn't say this to you earlier, I feel like you must actually like it if you're, doing this amazing podcast and you want this to be a part of it. So I'm flattered and very grateful.
Yeah, you're welcome, man. Thank you for coming on and sharing this with me. I think, and everybody that's listening, I think that I'm gonna play the song right off the bat because I want you guys to hear it. It's vibey as fuck. So here, let's just start playing.
Vibey as fuck. That's my goal. That's my goal for every song. Vibey as fuck.
Your goal for every song? 1 second, I gotta double check something really quick. But how long did it even take you to write the song in the first place?
Dude, okay, well, wow. Should I start with... Okay, I had never really written a song that I liked until August of 2019. April 2020. So this is only like a bit ago,
Okay.
But this song, the idea only took maybe like 10 minutes to flesh out.
Yep.
And I mean, the line "I don't need that shit" didn't even come first. It was like the verse came, and then the pre-chorus came, and then by the time I finished the pre-chorus, I just was like, "I don't need that shit no more." And in my first initial voice memo recording of it, I was like, "I don't need that shit no more," and it just sounds super corny. In the song, as you know, everyone will hear, I just say no more.
Yeah.
But like, you know, when you're first like sketching down that initial idea, it doesn't really matter too much. Those little details, you can figure them out later. But yeah, it probably took like 10 minutes to come up with the idea. I sent it to Corey, Dale Roche Martin, my producer and co-writer, and then the next day sent me back the beat. And yeah, I'll talk more about that, but do you have it ready?
Yeah, let's play it right now.
All right, yeah, go for it.
I remember what you said that very first night. I remember that look in your eyes. Yeah, I remember what you said to me, and so I replayed all these memories. But now I know that I don't need that shit no more. Hey, oh, you don't call my phone no more. Now I don't need that shit no more. Hey, oh, it ain't what it was before. Now I don't need that shit no more. I remember that feeling of falling in love. It's not quite what I wanted, but it was enough. Yeah, I remember what you said to me, and so I replayed all these memories. But now I know that I don't need that shit no more. Hey, oh, you don't call my phone no more. Now I don't need that shit no more. Hey, oh, it ain't what it was before. Now I don't need that shit no more. Yeah, baby, there were days I really missed you. So many months when I didn't know what I would do. Took a minute to see what really was true. Being with you was a game of second guessing. Wasn't till we went different directions. I saw that my life with you was too expensive. Yeah, I remember what you said to me, and so I replayed all these memories. But now I know that I don't need. Yeah, I remember what you said to me, and so I replayed all these memories. But now I know that I don't need that shit no more. Hey, oh, you don't call my phone no more. Now I don't need that shit no more. Hey, oh, it ain't what it was before. Now I don't need that shit no more. And yeah, baby, there were days I really missed you. So many months when I didn't know what I would do. Took a minute to see what really was true. I don't need that shit no more. Being with you was a game of second guessing. Wasn't till we went different directions. I saw that my life with you was too expensive. I don't need that shit no more.
Awesome.
Boom.
Awesome. I fucking
Boom.
love that song, man. I really do.
Dude, thank you. I love it too.
Like, it just makes you want to like get up and like dance and like whatever.
What does it do? Tell me what it does for you. Tell me why you like it, please. I'm dying to know.
It just makes me want to get up and dance. Like I'm in the car with my friends and we're all listening to the song and we're just kind of like jamming, you know? Yeah.
Doesn't it like that makes me so happy and sad at the same time because I want you to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Outside of quarantine. We will. It's gonna be a summer vibe when we get out of this. Exactly. Summer vibe.
That's like a perfect. It's a perfect like sitting on the beach with your like Bluetooth speaker and you're just like blasting that. Like that's a perfect song for that. So
just running in and out of the ocean. Oh my gosh.
So like, I really want to know. Like, you've been kind of vocal about the song and how it relates to your life, like a breakup or something you went through, right? So like, how did like? Tell me. I kind of want to know more about that. Like, I want to know about that shit that you don't need anymore. You know, like,
dude. Oh my gosh, yeah. Well,
I know it's kind of rough. Like, you don't have to get into this. Like,
well, no, I'll get into it. We'll get into it. Like, it was late July of 2018. I just kind of got my heart broken by this super sweet boy. And
kind of makes it worse when they're really sweet, doesn't it?
It's like, I can't be mad at you. Yeah. You're so great.
If they're an asshole, then it's like almost easier.
Right. Yeah, I could be like, oh, fuck that guy, but I can't be like that. Anyway, very, very, very sad, very difficult for me. Like, it was my first time ever dating someone.
Yeah.
And I was just so over the moon. Like, just like, it felt like I was on drugs. Yeah. It really did. Like, the high and the withdrawals of not seeing this person. And and it ended. And I didn't want it to end, but it did. And there was nothing about him or nothing that he said was ever, it never seemed like he wanted to like change me.
Right.
But the fact that he no longer wanted to be with what was me made me want to change me. And into something that he would want. And so for like a year, I felt like I couldn't be myself.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't express myself. I couldn't be too much because he wouldn't like that. And if he ever saw that, then it would just reinforce his not wanting to be with me.
Right.
And so a year went by just being very, very sad. And
it kind of becomes like the new normal, being sad. It's weird.
Becomes the new normal, becomes like the complete, like almost like personality changing. Like there's that trend on TikTok. It's like, ayo, got broken up with, my heart broken, and had a whole personality change check. And I was like, that felt like me, honestly.
And then there's the glow up check.
And then so that was the first year. And then like the year 1 year, almost exactly a year after he broke up with me, I wrote the first song that's going to be on the EP. And literally a week later is when Corey, my friend and producer, texted me to possibly start making music. And then I Don't Need That Shit, this first single, I think was like the fourth or fifth song that we had ever worked on.
Yeah.
And I was up in Oregon at the time for a couple weeks because that's where I'm from. And then he was down here in LA, and we just started texting and sending each other voice memos, and I would send him this idea. And so I literally, I think like I was in my room that I grew up in at my parents' house up in Oregon, and I caught this bug to write songs because Corey started turning them into actual songs when I would send him voice memos. And he's like, just write as much as you can. You're super, he just gassed me up. He just said really nice things. It's like, you're super talented. Like, let's get a few together and like blah, blah, blah. And so I was laying on my bedroom floor, I think for this song in particular, and I was just remembering things. Like, I remember what you said to me when we first started dating. Like you said like you wanted to be together for a long time, or you said like you want me to go meet your family, and you said, you know, XYZ things that I like really thought were going to happen.
Right.
And so I was thinking about that, and that's where the first line comes from. Like, I remember what you said that very first night. I remember that look in your eyes. And there's like there's also just this look that he would have sometimes when he looked at me that just like made me like I couldn't believe that he would look at me like that, because that's how I felt about him.
Yeah, there's something that happens when you care about someone a lot, when you love them. Like they just look at you and it's just like you get leveled like completely. Like they just like literally level you within your eyes, and it's like, what is this?
Yeah, it's magic. It is pure magic, and I was addicted to it. And anyway, the song goes on.
Song goes on, life goes
and song goes on, life goes on. And so I was remembering those things, and I was talking about those, and then I was singing them out. And then I was like, yeah, I remember what you said to me. Yeah, I remember what you said to me. And so I replayed all these memories, but now I know that I don't need. And I remember I got to that part, and I was thinking, like, I do still want it and I do still need it, but I'm going to like write this song, and it's not going to be just about like looking back and remembering the sad part. Like, I want to have something that I can like declare and have be my future. It's like, but now I know that I don't need.
Right.
And it's just like, I don't need that shit no more. And I just like wanted to say it.
It's good, yeah.
It wasn't completely true, but I wanted to say it.
It came from somewhere, like buried, like it was like deep inside you, and it just boom, and there it is, and now here we are, and see, like everybody loves it. So I think that's awesome. There's always like I feel like there's always like the two different types of breakup songs. There's the like pouring my heart out, like rolling in the deep, like Adele, or like Mean It by Lauv, and then you've got like the like happy like part of it too,
like the Since You've Been Gone.
Well, like this song, I feel like this is more like happy, like
song.
Upbeat, like breakup, like, you know.
Yeah, like Demi Lovato, like now I'm out here looking for revenge. I did better beg, it's just you'll never, you know, like that happy, like I'm moving on, I'm doing me, and like this was really hard, but boom, I'm back. I don't need that shit.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah. So what is the first of all, when's your EP supposed to come out? I know it might be up in the air because of Corona, but like,
I think we're gonna do July. I think it'll be sometime in July.
Okay.
And hopefully by then we'll be able to have a show too.
Okay. Good. Yeah, I saw today you posted on your Instagram that you had to like you had to cancel your show or whatever. That's such a bummer.
I know. It was supposed to be in like a week and a half. My whole family bought plane tickets to come down. Like my friends were all getting excited, but it's okay. I'm actually kind of grateful that it's not so rushed.
Have you thought about doing like a live show?
Yes, yeah. I've been thinking about doing like a Zoom party or.
You should do,
something.
man. That'd be awesome.
What should we do? How do I make it something for people who want to come to?
Just do like a live concert virtual. Like people can come, it can be chill, do like a group Zoom call or whatever.
Live.
And anybody can join. Because people are looking for stuff to do. They're looking for distraction. They want to chill, you know?
So you think that I should perform songs?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, I could like sing along with the song. I could sing along with the song, like playing it and sing along. Because I don't have a band.
Well, you could write a little piano or like an acoustic version or something. Like that might be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? I don't know, mess around. Play with it.
You know what? You helped me come up with some ideas, and I think you just gave me an idea.
Yeah.
To make it live, but also not, but live.
Yeah.
You'll see. We'll see. Will you please come?
Of course. I'd love to be there. I'll definitely come.
Heck yeah.
If you do a live performance, I'll definitely come.
Awesome. Maybe I'll invite you.
Okay. I hope so. Please think about it. I know. Please
You're
think
first.
about it.
You're first on the list.
Yeah. So how many tracks are going to be on the EP? Like about 5 tracks, or what's it looking like right now?
Right now it looks like 5, but I'd imagine that another one will probably come up before July, so maybe more.
Okay.
And but right now there's 5, like, yeah, ready and done.
And what are you looking to do? Do you have like an idea yet of like what you want it to be? Like what you want the EP to be, or is it just a collection of a few singles that you're working on, or is it still evolving? right now.
Well, I think what we're gonna do is it'll be an EP called Boy Meets Boy, because all the songs are a result of a boy meeting a boy. And I think right now we will do 3 singles, and then there will be those 3 singles will be on the EP, and there'll be 5 songs total in July, maybe 6.
So
maybe
can
7.
you closer to the mic?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're good. Thank you.
Maybe 6, maybe 7.
Okay, cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's unreal, and they're all different. They're all very different too. I like. You know when you listen to an artist and you're like, all their songs kind of sound the same. I like them, but they all kind of sound the same.
Yeah.
I'm proud
Radiohead
of, like,
is that way. I don't know if you listen to Radiohead a lot. But yeah.
Yes, and so is Dave Matthews.
Mm-hmm.
Have you listened to him?
Mm.
Yeah, I don't listen to him. He's really, really good. He's amazing. I went to a concert of his last year, and I don't know how I ended up there, but it was really good.
Yeah.
Who do you like to go see live? Radiohead?
No. No, I don't even think Radiohead has performed in a long time. I used to be into all that, like when I was in middle school and high school. Like Radiohead, Coldplay was kind of big. I was like really angsty and shit growing up too.
Did you like Kurt Cobain? Nirvana.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Red Hot Chili. Can't stop addicted to the shanty.
Red Hot Chili Peppers. Fall Out Boy. Those are all like my
American
punk,
Rejects.
like angsty teenager phase. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But
that's so fun.
Well, no, I actually made a playlist. I made a playlist recently, and it's just a bunch of like punk rock, like alternative songs from like the 2000s to 2010s.
Oh, fun!
It's like all of that old shit that like we used to listen to. So yeah, I really.
You really do love music.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
So, what do you love so much about it? Like, you're doing this whole podcast? It's all about music.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, there's not a day that goes by where I'm not listening to music. Like, it's just I'm always listening to shit in the background, or I'm always jamming. And I think music is so powerful because it's just been the catalyst for so many of my friendships and like close relationships. Like the first song, like the first song I like. Okay, I've talked about this before. So Lanny's ILYSB. Do you know that song?
Oh yeah.
So the stripped version of that song was the first time where I like said I love you to like my first boyfriend, and it's like that song came on the stripped version, and like we were cuddling or whatever, and it came on, and it was like that's when that moment just happened, and it happened because of that song.
Yeah.
Like it might not have happened if that wasn't there. So like I just think music,
it's very powerful.
It's just it gets to you. It gets to a deeper level of the human condition that you can't get to with just words, because like that's what art is. So yeah. And I love meeting people, and the first thing I almost always ask them is like, what music do you like? Like, and we just like jam out and connect to it. So yeah.
And you're able to talk about a bunch of different artists, like, because you listen to all kinds of music.
Yep.
Right? Because you really.
Yeah, I'm super into a lot of different music. It's mostly there's stuff that I don't like. Like I can almost always find a reason to like some type of music.
Mm-hmm.
Because I try to put myself in the shoes of the artist. I'm like, what is this song? Like, what are they trying to say? Like, what do they mean? Like, what is going on? It's like that TikTok thing where it's like, what is going on inside their head? It's like that sort of thing. So
like something silly. I was gonna say the fact that you're able to listen to so many different artists and so many different genres, and really appreciate what each artist is doing, really, I think speaks to like how just open you are. Like you're just like, I'm ready. Like, show me what you made. Like, and I want to like find everything that you were trying to do in it, and like what I can appreciate about it. And that's really incredible. Yeah, that's a really you're doing the right thing by doing what you're doing, because you're the right person for this.
Thanks, man.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I could have you on here and we could talk about this shit, because I think it's really interesting, and I know there's a lot of other people out there that are going to want to know how you did it. Like, there's a ton of people that are sitting in their room and they're like, I want to become an artist. I want to write a song, but I can't do it yet. And like, you're a huge inspiration to them. And I think that's really powerful. So I want to kind of get into like what you went through writing your first stuff. Was it more like a collaborative process with your producer, or was it more just like you are like, I'm going to write this? Like, how do you go about it?
Well, so I had my heart broken for that year. I had tried to write a song during that time, but like, I was just like, yep, guess I still can't write songs. Right. And then all of a sudden this line came to me, and it's a song. It's actually the next single. That's the first line of that song. And it just goes, I was just thinking about the guy that I was dating and how I missed him, and then how we stopped talking for a while. And I was hoping that we would end up getting back together again after that while, but it turned out next time we got together, it was very clear that we would not be getting back together. Yeah. And so I was thinking about that, like that misunderstanding that I probably lied to myself, but like I just like we had a misunderstanding. Right. So I just was sad about that, and I was thinking about it, and I was just like, I think we had a misunderstanding when you said that you just wanted to wait, and then like I was like, wait, what is that? Why did I just think that? You know?
Right.
And I was like, I'm gonna sing that again over and over until the next thing comes.
Yeah.
And I think
it like emerged out of you, like came from somewhere, but you just kept rolling with it. Like you're like, oh, this is interesting. Let's work with this, and then you just kept going.
Yeah, and it felt like I was like you were saying, like there was more than just like there's more emotion and expression coming out than I could do with just words. And which is so strange because like these were words, but there was also this other huge thing coming alongside of it.
Yeah.
And I actually wrote the verse and the pre-chorus of that song, and it's very, very sad.
Right.
And I sent it to my friend Olivia Noel, who's an incredible artist and songwriter. You should also have her on here.
I'd love to.
And I was like, I have these first two pieces. What do you think of them? I just texted it to her, like, what should I do for the chorus? And she texted me a very, early version of what eventually the chorus became. And I was like, oh shit, I have like a song here. I just have to write another verse and maybe a bridge. And for it to become that simple that quickly was a huge eye-opener, because for me songwriting has always been so impossible, and like how do you know what to do next, but it really is verse, pre-bridge, bridge, verse,
and it's like your producer was saying too, like you just got to write and write and write.
Yeah,
write.
Exactly. He was like just write. He literally said write as much. Like, holy shit. Okay. And have you ever heard artists say like, oh yeah, we got these songs together because we have these 10 songs in the album because we wrote 100 and then we have these 10. Mm-hmm. And you've heard people say that, right?
Yeah.
Who have you heard say that? I've heard like Bruno Mars say that. I've heard like Switchfoot say that. And I'm like, how did you write 100 songs?
Yeah, I've heard
Dude.
like Coldplay. Like I remember watching this interview a long time ago. They were talking about Yellow when they were writing Yellow. Do you know that song? It was all yellow.
Sang it in Battle of the Bands in high school.
Oh my god.
Skin.
Did you do that falsetto? Did you hit that?
Oh yeah. Your skin.
Do you remember Rock Band? Did you ever play Rock Band?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, I fucking loved Rock Band.
Sweet Child of Mine.
Huh?
Cherry Pie. Sweet Child of Mine.
Okay.
Cherry Pie.
No, but I would do. Okay, so I fell in love when we were young by the Killers.
When we were young. Just kidding,
And I
that's
could. He doesn't look a thing like Jesus, but he. That song. Anyway.
Yeah.
Talks like a gentleman. Okay.
Yeah.
So I did 100% on that on Rock Band because I just played it over and over and over and over and over again. But yeah, fuck this is making me miss Rock Band.
Oh,
honestly.
Rock Band's so fun. My sister and her wife literally were just like, we started playing Rock Band again because we're in quarantine.
Yeah. No, you got to stay sane.
Oh my gosh.
No, so like Chris Martin was talking about writing Yellow, and he's like, we have all these songs, but there's something about this song that we want to work with. And he was like, they had everything else, but they're like, it was all what? Like, and it was all, and he like looked over at like the table next to him, and there was like a yellow like magazine. I think it was like a Playboy magazine. I don't know. It was like some like like a dirty magazine or whatever.
And he said yellow.
I think if I remember, don't come after me, Chris Martin. But he's like, it was yellow, and he's like, and it was all yellow, and then that's how the song came.
And that's where the lyric came from. He just looked and saw a yellow thing.
Yeah, but he's
talking. Everyone's like yellow.
Yeah, and that now you like do all. It's cool because it can be whatever you want it to be, which I think is really cool because there's songs that you can make it your own. You can make it subjective. You know, it can be whatever you want for you. So.
Yeah, and I never would have thought that I would be someone saying like, "Oh yeah, we have these 5 songs because I wrote 50 or 60," but that is not the case. And the only reason that happened is because Corey was like, just write as much as you can.
Right.
2, because I realized it could take me 10 if I'm doing the dishes, if I'm on a run, if I'm working, if I'm in the shower and a melody comes to me, which is like I'm usually zoning out, like most of the day I'm zoning out. I'm not focusing on what I'm doing. I'm just thinking and I'm kind of like in a different space. And I think that's where these ideas come from.
Right.
And because I'm just thinking like, I miss him. And then I'll maybe just like, I'll hear something.
Right.
And then I just kind of let myself keep doing that. And every time that happened, I was like, okay, I'm going to open my phone
and just start writing.
Write down the words. And then when I write down the words in the notes app, go in the voice memo, and then go back to the notes app, try to write the next part, and then go back to the recording and add to the recording and try to just sing to it.
Would you ever
go
write
back and forth?
Would you ever write for someone else, like for another artist? Like I just found out today, I think it was something on Instagram. Tuvlo helped write "Cool," like Dua Lipa's new song "Cool."
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, stuff like that is amazing. There's sometimes I'm writing songs and I'm like, I don't think this would be good for me, but I think Selena Gomez should sing it.
Yeah.
And I love Ryan Tedder. You know who Ryan Tedder is?
Yeah, I haven't heard that much of his music, but yeah.
Ryan, he's the lead singer of One Republic. Do you like One Republic?
I used to listen to One Republic.
Oh,
like in high school.
Oh, they're so good.
I kind of faded. My music tastes have evolved. I get like super obsessed with 1 or 2 artists and albums at a time, and I listen to those on repeat constantly. So. Oh
yeah, okay.
Yeah,
I do that too.
But
how long do you repeat them?
It just until the emotions or whatever. I don't explain it. I just drawn to something and I just listen to it over and over again, and then eventually that fades. Like I listened to "Manic" by Halsey over and over again. I listened to Vincent's new EP over and over and over again. It's just like these. I don't know. I can't explain it. So.
Yeah. No, I get it. I do that too, But you're also good at exposing yourself to new music too.
Yeah.
Because you're always listening to music.
I'm always listening to music. Like I just heard Haley Seinfeld is a new artist that I just discovered. She came out with a song called I Love Yous. And she samples, it's kind of like a remix of No More I Love Yous by Alanis Morissette, which is like an older like 80s song.
Okay.
And then Nicki Minaj also sampled it in one of her songs. I forget the name of the track, but it's that song that goes da 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 da. Ah. That song.
Yeah.
And it's like no more. So Haley Seinfeld just dropped this song, and I'm in love with it. Like I literally the other day I listened. I think I posted it on my story, and I listened to it like 20 times in a row, just on repeat over and over again. I don't know why.
And now you know every word, I bet.
No, I have a bad memory. So, but
you don't really memorize the words.
A couple songs I'll memorize the words. Like I was learning to sing and play on the piano "Falling" by Harry Styles. Like to stay sane in quarantine. It's a really good song. It's a really good song. And yeah, so those I know the words to, but it took me a while. So
I really like this song. Why don't you say so?
Doja Cat? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. She went viral off of a silly YouTube video that she made for like $5 with like her iPhone. Like that's how she got exposed. Doja Cat.
Really?
Yeah. So she released. It was for the song "Moo." Moo 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 moo. Bitch, I'm a cow. Bitch, I'm a. You know that song?
Oh, that sounds familiar. Bitch, I'm a cow.
She released an EP and it wasn't getting traction. And so one day she just uploaded, she's like, I'm going to make this funny video to this like ridiculous song that I'm just going to make. She makes Moo. It's a ridiculous song. It's so crazy. And then she does a funny video. It's just like her weird dancing, whatever, on YouTube. It's like shitty quality. Well, it's not shitty quality, but it's not like super produced.
Right.
And it just went fucking viral and exploded. And then she went viral on TikTok too. So like one of her songs went viral on TikTok. So, and now she's exploding.
Holy cow. And I feel like it just happened like this year.
Yeah. And you did something similar. Like when you released this song, I noticed there were a ton of people like dancing to it and like listening to it and like recording themselves, like whatever to it. And I'm like, that's so awesome. Like,
oh, I was watching that video, just like, it was just making me cry. I was like, to think like I could come up with a melody on my bedroom floor and people all over the world would one day be dancing to it.
Yeah.
It's like, I was like, I think I'm addicted to this feeling. I want to make people dance forever, you know?
Yeah. I love that compilation video that you uploaded where it's like people were dancing from like all over the country and shit. I was like, oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, I couldn't stop. I literally have watched that video too, like, I don't know, 40 times. And I'm just like, oh, like, you're here and you're there. And it just, and especially during this weird quarantine, social distancing time, like to think like we're kind of dancing together for a little bit and I get to be a part of that.
Yeah.
So that was amazing.
Yeah. I want to talk about a little bit, like I noticed that you've done a lot with like Pride. You've especially like Portland Pride. So like why did you kind of want to get into that sort of stuff?
Well, have I told you about Be Free?
No, I've seen a little bit on your Instagram, but
yeah. So Be Free is an organization I started. It's about giving people a safe place. We started just with the shirts that say Be Free on them. If there's a sign over my bed, do you want to see it?
Yeah, let's turn the camera. Let's see. Okay,
Be Free, that's what it looks like.
I like that.
And I just told people like Be Free means you're a safe person to come out to.
Yeah.
And so people wearing the shirts. That was in like that was almost 4 years ago. And then 3 years ago, we started having Be Free Stories nights. And at this point, I think we've had like 40 or 50 Be Free Stories nights across the country.
What do you guys do? What do you do there?
At the Be Free nights, basically it's an event. We have vendors. We have people. We're just like playing music. We try to have some like good food, and oftentimes it's either in like a coffee shop or someone's backyard or a Lululemon store. We did an event last year with Lucky Brand and the Giving Keys, and then what brought us up to Portland was my friend's brand called Portland Year. And so we wanted to do an event together. And so we went to this Be Free Stories night around Pride because Be Free means you're a safe person to come out to. So at the event, anybody can come. We literally, like, everyone shows up, like, grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever. We have a circle of chairs, and everyone just sits down in a circle. And I'll usually open up the event and just be like, hey, this is Be Free. This is some of my story coming out.
What was it like coming out for you?
Oh man. Well, let me finish telling you about the event and then I'll get to that.
Yeah.
The event basically is just like, I'll talk about that and then we'll have a few people share some of their a lot of times coming out stories, but it could be coming out about anything.
Right.
And then some people speak like impromptu. We open up the floor for anyone to share, and then that's it. And then we're free.
That's awesome. That's
so
really
good.
cool that you created like a safe space, like for people to be able to express themselves.
Yeah, I have an incredible community that has allowed me to be a part of that, and so it's been really great. I wanted to be a part of all the music stuff that I'm going to do as well, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about you. Your music is about you and expressing you, and that's a part of you, and so is Be Free, so I get it.
Yeah, and I would hope that, like, it absolutely is. Like, I want to be able to express myself and be free myself, and hopefully by doing so, that will also liberate other people. Like, that's the whole point of Be Free.
Right.
And then that video we were just talking about, the dance compilation, it's like, yo, I feel so, like, open and free and happy and silly and childlike when I'm just dancing and singing, you know?
Yeah.
And now to see other people doing that as well to a song that I wrote, that I get to be like singing through their speakers, and then I kind of get to be there dancing with them.
Right.
It doesn't get any better than that.
Yeah, and it's like, I remember when I was growing up and I was struggling with coming out, like just seeing another person handle it was
who?
So one of the biggest things that helped me when I was coming out was Troye Sivan and his music, and seeing him write. Just the fact that he would like use like key and stuff in his songs was just huge. Like, and it sounds like tiny and little, but like when you're going through that, and then his music videos, he had like he I don't know if you saw
the trilogy.
Okay, like the Talk Me Down, Youth. And then I can't remember what the other one was.
Wild.
Wild
and Fools.
And Fools
is my favorite song. Fools is my favorite.
Fools is good. That whole trilogy was like one of the first times where I got to like see like a happy, like a gay couple story, and that was just like huge for me. So
and you were in the closet.
Yeah, so I didn't even actually figure out that I was gay until I was about 19, 18.
Wow. So you were dating girls before that?
Say again? Sorry?
You were dating girls before that?
No, I have never dated a girl, never been with a girl or anything. So it was, so I grew up as, I don't know if you know what this is. So I grew up in kind of like a really like religious strict household. I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness. Do you know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
So
I've met many Jehovah's Witnesses at my doorstep.
Yeah, well, that used to be me. Like, I was that guy.
Would you go door to door?
Oh yeah.
I thought it was only women. I've only seen women doing it.
No. I would go from the time I was like 10.
Are your parents still in it?
Yeah, so my grandma is, my mom's not. So
your mom was though.
She grew up with it, but she never was like really taken with it. So, but so the way, like in general, it's very strict around, the religion has very strict rules around dating. So like you don't really date unless there's like an intention for marriage, like explicitly, and you're supposed to get married very young. And so like, yeah, but so that added a whole level of confusion and complication and whatever. But eventually, I figured it out. I stopped.
How'd you figure it out?
I don't know. I was just never really interested in girls.
Yeah.
And
that's a good sign.
there was a lot going on. I was like really angsty growing up, and it was a process that happened over time. And I just started, there were people in my life that were like telling me like, oh, I was describing how I was feeling and like what was going on. And they were like helping me get through it. And once I figured it out, it was a process because I had to keep it hidden, because if I came out, that meant I would have to give up like all of the people in my life, just because
they wouldn't talk to you anymore.
Yeah. And they still don't. Like I have lots of friends growing up that they still don't talk, like they don't really talk to me or hang out with me or anything. So, yeah.
That is such bullshit. I'm sorry.
Thank you. I mean, it's fine. I'm cool now. Like, it's good, but like, I think that like like Troye Sivan's music and lots of other like movies and TV shows and stuff, like even like Glee, like seeing gay characters on Glee, like those were huge in helping me get through the things I was going through. So yeah. But it's different for everybody.
And so then you were like, I have to do this.
Yeah, it just, and then I was like, I have to be, I have to be happy because I wasn't happy. It was like you were saying earlier where you're like, sad's just like the normal, and you're like, oh, this is not what that is like. And it's like because you're hiding that sort of person, But
oh man, and so then he came out.
Yeah, and then I came
and
out.
Your mom, was she still Jehovah's Witness when you came out?
No.
Have you already talked about this on the podcast?
No, never. This is the first time, actually.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Back in the shell. Okay, so your mom stopped being Jehovah's Witness.
Yeah, when she was like a teenager. So she still wanted.
Was your dad?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But then how did you grow up in it?
Because so my parents split up when I was very young, and they my grandma helped raise us, and like everybody else in my family was very like and she helped raise us, and everybody else was Jehovah's Witnesses, and my mom was like, okay, like I want you to have like a good moral structure to your life, so I want you to be raised that way, because like I truly like a lot of things that happens with gay people that have been that have gone through like religious, like anti-religion, that has like made them feel like it's not okay to be gay. They have like this blanket distrust or dislike for, or hatred even for, religion. But I have never felt that way. I think that like everybody has their own religion that makes them happy and their own spirituality, and I don't have any like anger towards that. So, but
yeah, that's rough, man. So you grew up in Jehovah's Witness, and then you left when you were 19?
Took about like 19, 20. So, and I don't really practice anymore. I'm not a part of it anymore. But yeah, that's just how it goes.
Dude, well, I admire your strength. It's really hard.
Thanks, man.
But look at you. You're doing it. You're proud. You're free.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm surprised we even talked about that shit. But hey, it's cool.
Yeah.
There's like,
dude,
there's a lot of
conversation
people.
with me. We're gonna go deep.
Yeah, that's good. I love that. Like, that's awesome. Like, and these conversations help other people. Like, we're all human beings, and we all share our story, and we relate to each other as much as we can, so that we can just help each other with whatever we're going through. Because I feel like a lot of people keep stuff. They keep stuff under wraps. Like, they don't feel it's safe to be genuine, like a genuine human being. And so, yeah.
Yeah, and it's up to people on the other side to be an example, to be the Troye Sivan to them that Troy was to you.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
You're doing it, man.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. So I want to talk a little bit about like some artists that might have like inspired you, like with your songwriting. I know you've talked about like Lauv.
Number one,
yeah.
Yeah, I think that, well, I started listening to Lauv, I don't know, a few years ago, and I just like that. I like me better when I'm with you. It's probably the first song I ever heard, and then like I just got so into his playlist. He just put out so many songs on a playlist, and I'm just like, gosh, I like every single one of these songs. And then he writes them all, he sings them all, obviously, he produces, and I was like, what the frick? Like, it's been a long time since I've really gotten into an artist.
Yeah.
And I realized that there was this really big trend in music that I personally really like. Like, I don't listen to a ton of rap, I don't listen to a ton of rock, I don't listen to country, I don't like listen to very much R&B, or like I don't like listen to like, I don't know, too much like even pop. But I love this like trend, like electronic pop or whatever it is, that is like, it's like Lauv and Jeremy Zucker and Chelsea Cutler and Troye Sivan, and it's like this singer-songwriter, like futuristic but like still current and like fun, boppy, sad trend that I feel like just really like just feels like me. And so I started trying, like the first song that I was trying to write before any of these songs, I was just like imagining like what would Lauv do with this part? What would Lauv do with this part?
Right.
Or I was trying to hear Lauv songs in my head while I was writing it. Not trying to do the same thing, but just like try to have this same style.
It's an inspiration.
Yeah.
Like,
so he's number one.
Like Harry Styles' Sign of the Times. You know that song? Mm-hmm. And even like his newest album, it's very like Prince inspired. So like Sign of the Times is like a song that Prince wrote. Like,
whoa, I didn't know that.
Like he didn't write. So Prince wrote a song similarly. It's like about the sign of the times, and like if you listen to it, it's like the same kind of shit. And then Harry Styles comes along and he wrote like a different version. Like he made a different version, but it's like similar, you know. And like even like his newest album, it's very like there's a lot of Prince elements in it, like by the way he dresses and everything like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I think it's interesting. So. That's
yeah, cool. So yeah, Lauv, that whole group, that whole gang, Lainey. I love the 1975, but I don't really write like music like that.
Oh, the 1975 is so good. I can't wait for their next album, Notes on a Conditional Form.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're incredible.
Yeah. I really want to. I haven't gotten to see them live yet, but I really want to see them live. So,
yeah. So those are some of my biggest inspirations. I mean, I've always loved Bruno Mars. Like, I love him.
He hasn't come out with anything new.
I know he doesn't need to. He has too much money. He has all these multiple songs with billions of streams on Spotify alone.
I want to hear some
and
new
YouTube.
Shit.
Me too. But it's like he's probably just like, I could go work, or I could just go to Tahiti and buy a house, or like the royalties that man receives.
Yeah.
But I still hope that he keeps making music for sure.
Yeah. I want to hear. I want to hear him make some new stuff, or at least appear on like a track with someone else. Like
he had a few songs last year.
What did he do?
He like I drink till I'm drunk, drunk till I'm pass along the hill. You tell me how I do. And then he had a song with like Chris Stapleton too, and it's like super rocky. Let me blow your mind.
Okay, I
that.
gotta listen to it. I want to go look it up now.
Those two and maybe one other one he did last year, but it's not quite the same as like, that's what I like. And
yeah, didn't Pharrell help write some of his songs too, or help produce?
I don't know.
Did
he?
I think so. I don't know where I read that.
I hope so.
I read that somewhere. Pharrell, there was like one point where Pharrell wrote like 40% of the top pop songs for like a year, like that year. Like Pharrell had like produced 40% of them. Like that's insane. Like that man does like everything. Like it's crazy. So,
dude, I'm gonna do a song with him probably next year.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Just speaking it. I'm just gonna speak it into existence.
That'll be awesome. I hope so. I'll be cheering you on when you get there.
Thanks, Andy. I'll come back and tell you about it.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Okay, so let's one more time. When is your Boy Meets Boy EP coming out?
July. And before then, we'll have 2 more singles coming out. Next single is going to come out first week of May.
Okay.
And then the first week of June. And then the whole thing in July. It's unbelievable.
Awesome. And where can people find your Instagram so they can keep up to date on your music?
My Instagram is just my name. It's Brian with an I, Terada. Brian Terada.
Perfect. Cool. Anything else you want to talk? Are you good about? Anything else you want to say? Show off your sweatshirt, by the way. This is his merch for his song. I actually think it's really cool. For people.
Don't need that shit.
For people that are listening, it's a blue sweater that says "I don't need that shit," but it's like painted on from like masking tape. I think it's like really cool. I like it. So,
dude, thank you, Andy. I
Yeah,
appreciate it. Yeah, we're gonna make a bunch, and I want to have them at the shows and put them on the website and everything. Like people, just give people a chance to wear it around. You know, that's freedom of being like, you know what, I don't need that. I'm moving forward.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Cool, man. It was great talking with you. I
Dude,
can't wait to hear the EP.
thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I think you're doing an awesome thing, and it inspires me, and you know, even just in this conversation, you reminded me how important it is to do what we love and to tell stories and to be honest, because who knows how it's going to affect someone who really needs to hear it.
Exactly.
And so it was super refreshing. Thank you so much. And
You're
thanks for
welcome,
giving me the
man.
chance to talk about this.
You're welcome, man. I'm glad I could have you on. You
It
never
means
know.
the world.
Say again?
It means the world.
Yeah, you're welcome. You never know what someone's going through underneath the surface, so try to put love and kindness out there as much as you can. But it was great having you. And everybody go check out his Instagram and stream I Don't Need That Shit by Brian Terada. It is a vibe, it is a bop, and I know you're going to love it. Stay safe, everyone.